Question is, why was Joe Biden reading from classified materials to somebody without a security clearance in a matter for which he was going to be paid $8 million? And this Congress needs to investigate and consider what is necessary, and it is the committee vested by this House of Representatives with inquiring into the grounds for impeachment of the selfsame president.
I'll yield to anyone who will tell me when you're bringing your impeachment vote. If anyone wants to tell me, because you promised the American people you were going to impeach President Biden. So bring it.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. Swalwell, never one to back down from a fight, needled his GOP colleagues and dared them to finally put up or shut up about impeaching President Joe Biden.
I'll yield. Bring it. Come on. You promised the American people. Bring it.
In an exchange, Swalwell's taunts hit home, exposing the GOP's stalled efforts in raising the stakes in an ongoing showdown that's been doing nothing except waste time and taxpayer money.
Hypocrisy is mind-blowing. I wonder if Steve Bannon could imagine that someone might, for a political purpose, pursue a contempt resolution. But there's no political purpose here. It is the responsibility of this person who received classified information to provide what he has to this committee to evaluate.
You got nothing. You guys got nothing because Joe Biden has been acquitted. And this is just a pathetic post-game of a exercise that yielded nothing.
The Republican campaign against Biden has notably faltered, made worse by revelations tying crucial informant allegations to Russian intelligence. These developments have fostered doubts regarding the practicality of continuing the sham impeachment inquiry. It's been going on since September of last year, and they still have nothing.
Come on. You promised the American people. Bring it. Don't screw around with this.
I'll be glad to speak to that.
Yeah. Do you have a vote, Mr. Bishop?
Yeah.
Okay, make the motion.
Here's
make
the
motion.
Here's the answer.
Make the motion.
So it's understandable that Eric Swalwell is being critical. Think about it. In the real world, who gets to spend someone else's money to do absolutely nothing except sling mud and baseless accusations for a living? It's jokers like Marge, the Trainwreck Green, and Representative Dan Bishop who are serving as mouthpieces for MAGA. It was very recent that Marge, the Trainwreck Green, told Democrats who were shaming her and other Trump apologists for the January 6th insurrection to go to hell. Now we've got Dan Bishop trying to make the GOP appear to be busy, like they're actually trying to work. But we all know that the 118th Congress has been the least productive Congress since the Great Depression. Bishop's attempt to blame Democrats for stonewalling is classic Republican projection. When you don't have a leg to stand on, sling mud.
The MAGA impeachment investigation was a missing person. We'd all have Amber Alerts on our phones a long time ago. And that's what this is really about. They promised you that they were going to have the goods to impeach the president, and they failed. They came up short. You've got nothing. Nada. Zilch. Zero. It's a big goose egg. And so you're just screwing around now on the margins with this batting practice, exhibition, preseason game-like exercise because you're not ready for prime time. This is embarrassing. It's embarrassing and it's a waste of time. You have people sitting in here who are wearing shirts that say moms demand action. Do you think moms are demanding impeachment? No. They want their kids to be safe in their classroom from gun violence. You actually sit on a committee that can do that. Man, come here and do something.
In my view, what we witnessed at the House Oversight Committee was a frustrating spectacle of political theater. Representative Eric Swalwell rightly called out Republicans for their empty promises of impeachment against President Biden. He challenged them directly. Bring your impeachment vote if you're serious. It's clear they're clinging to baseless accusations despite Biden already being acquitted. Representatives like Dan Bishop and James Comer are stubbornly pushing a narrative that's long been debunked. Biden has been cleared, yet they persist with these efforts. Their aim? To tarnish the Biden family and whitewash the stains on their chosen leader, Trump. But it's not fooling anyone. Increasing numbers of Republican voters are disillusioned, especially since Trump's criminal convictions. They're rejecting the GOP's divisive tactics and seeking leadership that focuses on real issues, not petty vendettas. People are indeed frustrated with the ongoing accusations from the Republican Party. They're using conspiracy theories and misinformation to manipulate their supporters into donating money. As Eric Swalwell pointed out, there's no solid evidence to back up their claims. This lack of substance should infuriate everyone. The reason for much of this frustration is that many people feel disenfranchised by the political process. They see it as rigged against them, making them feel voiceless against politicians like Dan Bishop and James Comer who propagate those baseless attacks. In the end, the frustration with the Republicans comes down to how they argue their case. Instead of presenting solid facts and reasoned arguments, they rely on shouting matches and baseless conspiracy theories. It leaves a lot of folks feeling like their concerns are being ignored and that politics is just a game of loud voices and empty excuses. When someone like Eric Swalwell steps up to criticize these tactics, it's refreshing. We need more leaders who speak honestly and focus on real issues that affect everyday Americans. It's time to move past the noise and demand accountability from our elected officials. We deserve leaders who listen, think critically, and work towards solutions that benefit everyone, not just those who shout the loudest or spin the wildest stories. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.